So, good afternoon. Third year Bcom computer applications, third Bcom computer applications, and third BA computer applications. Semester 5 Web Technologies, Unit 2 DHTML. DHTML means dynamic HTML pages. Dynamic HTML, DHTML లో మనకి CSS లేదా cascading style sheets. CSS or cascading style sheet is one of the part of DHTML. So today we will discuss about CSS or cascading style sheets, different types of style sheets, how to use style sheet, what are the features and applications of style sheets, what are the different types of style sheets, and what are the syntax of using style sheets. We may discuss all these things. So CSS means cascading style sheets, or simply called as, they are also called as style sheet, a style sheet. So what is a style sheet? They are useful for creating one unified look for an entire website, helps to separate style from content, can be used for creating absolute positioning. So style sheets or CSS, cascading style sheets, are the part of DHTML programming. What is DHTML? DHTML means dynamically changing HTML programming. So CSS or style sheets or cascading style sheets are mainly used for creating a uniform look or uniform theme or uniform design for all the pages of any website or any web programming or any website or any web application or something. So what are unique look means? What is unified look? What is unified means it is using same fonts, using same font sizes, using same foreground and background colors, using same themes, borders, thicknesses, and all these things are called as unified programming. So helps to separate style from content. Generally CSS or style sheet code is maintained separately or created separately without combining it to the, or without including it to the main HTML code. Generally they may be created in separate CSS file, created and maintained in separate CSS files. Can be used for creating absolute positioning. Another important feature of using CSS is we may use absolute positioning, means exact positioning, means placing various controls. అంటే మనకి వేరియస్ కంట్రోల్స్, ఇమేజెస్, పిక్చర్స్, గ్రాఫిక్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఎగ్జాక్ట్ పొజిషన్లో మనకి రాయడానికి యూస్ చేయడానికి మనం యూస్ చేసే టెక్నిక్ కూడా వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫీచర్ ఆఫ్ CSS. నెక్స్ట్ ఈస్, so what is CSS? Styles can be defined in three different ways: the style tag, an embedded style attribute, an external style sheet. So CSS or style sheets are basically of three types or three categories. The first one is called as by using style tag. By using style tag within a HTML page or code. So by using style tag only we may use CSS or style sheets or cascading style sheets within a HTML page. Second one is an embedded style attribute, means we can include or embed. Embed means inserting. Embed a style sheet code. Embed style sheet code directly or directly on the in the HTML tags only. Third type is it may be used by using some external or external file. By using some external style sheets we may include CSS files. So the first category is the style tag. So what is the style tag? Style tag is a simple tag which is used to include some CSS code in the HTML program. So the style tag must be closed, and for CSS the type is always text by CSS. The HTML comment tags are optional, allowing for background capability. So this is the syntax of using style tags. So syntax is style, type is equals to style, type is equals to within quotes text by CSS, some comment symbol, h1, color colon blue semicolon, font style colon italic. So h1 is the selector, h1 is the selector or some component of the HTML page. H1 is the selector and or component of the HTML page, and color is the property. H1 is the selector, means what is the selector? Selector means some element. Selector is nothing but some element or some portion of HTML page or some syntax, whatever it may be, it is called as a selector. Selector is some element of the HTML page, and color is the property. Color is the attribute or property of the page, and colon blue means some value of the property, like that. Embedded style, second type of category or second category of style sheets are embedded style sheets or CSS are embedded style attributes. So syntax is B means bold, space, style is equals to within quotes color colon black. So this is another style of or another method of using style sheets in the HTML code or HTML tags only, in the HTML code or HTML tags directly. So this is embedded style sheet. So most tags accept style as a valid attribute, best used for one-shot styles or special cases. So second type is the first type. What is first type is? First type is by using style tag, and second type is by using CSS code, by using some style attribute with the help with the tag only, within the tag only or within the HTML tag only. Third one is an external style sheet. Third one is an external style sheet. What is an external style sheet? Let's you link an external file, great for using the same styles on many pages. The file should have only CSS and no HTML in it. Link should be located in the header, and you can have multiple link tags in a single document. So third type is an external style sheet. External style sheets are used to use or write some code, CSS code or style sheet code by using some external files, and these files can be linked via your HTML file. So these are the three different modes or three different formats of CSS or style sheets or CSS files. So next is CSS syntax. How to use CSS? How to use CSS syntax? There are two parts to a so how to write CSS statements or commands? What is the CSS syntax? There are two parts to a CSS statement: the class selector or selector and the attributes. The selector says who to apply the style to. The attribute says how to format the selected portion. Example is P brackets margin left 5 em semicolon margin right 5 em. So CSS syntax, CSS or cascading style sheets or style sheets have two parts. First part is selector and second part is attributes. What is a selector? Selector is a some component or a part of the page, any component or any page of the web page, and attributes means its properties or characteristics, some values. The selector says who to apply the means generally the selector is used to which component we are going to apply some changes, or which component we are going to apply formatting. And the attribute says how to format means the value of the selector, here p is a some HTML tag or paragraph tag, bracket opens within brackets. So margin left is the selector, colon, space, 5 em is the value. So selectors, the selector indicates what elements the style should be applied to. By default this is all elements of this of the group indicated. Example, all bold, italic, paragraph tags. There are three kinds of subgroup selectors: class selector, id selector, and contextual selectors. So class selectors name should follow the same syntax you would use for a JavaScript variable, and to create one you simply choose a valid element. You can create a general class. Class selector, what is class selector? Class selector means style p, font size 14 pt, margin left, margin right, p narrow or something. This is another example of this one. id selector. So next is more on selectors. You may select multiple selectors by separating them with a comma, h1, h2, h3, h4. Here you use 4 headings, h1, h2, h3, h4. You may use the same color settings. So you may you may use multiple selectors, h1, h2, h3, h4, color green. There is all kind of wacky stuff in CSS. Next, properties. Properties are attributes. What are properties and what are attributes? How to use them? So basic syntax: the properties are enclosed in curly braces. Curly braces means there are different types of braces. One type is curly brace. So all the properties of style sheets and all the properties of CSS syntax is written inside the curly brackets, and properties are separated from one another by semicolon. Means one property is separated by another with a semicolon, and properties are separated from their values by colon. So colons are used to separate properties and semicolons are used to separate property values. Each property must have at least one value. Multiple values are separated by commas. We may use multiple properties also for each property by separating by commas. So property values, there are 5 kinds of property values: keyword properties, underline, visible, etc. Length properties, 1 in 4 pixels, centimeters, like that. Percentage properties, percentage values, length, height, that is percentages. URL properties means some URLs are links. Color properties, property values means RGBs, like that. So these are the CSS or style sheet properties. Next one is length properties values. Next one is length property values. So this is the basic or this is the main nodes of CSS or style sheets. We may start with another PPT. So we start with another PPT, that is cascading style sheets CSS. So what is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Styles define how to display HTML elements. Styles are normally stored in style sheets. Styles were added to HTML4 to solve a problem. So what is CSS? For standing for cascading style sheets. Styles define how to display HTML elements, and styles are normally stored in style sheets, and styles were added to HTML4 to solve a problem. External style sheets can save a lot of work, and external style sheets are stored in CSS files. The multiple style definitions will cascade into one. So these are the fundamental rules. Generally, style sheets or CSS files are used to affect the display of the HTML elements and pages, and styles are generally stored in style sheets. These are used in for designing purpose, like to create some fonts, some page headings, font, foreground and background effects, like that. And these style sheets or CSS files are generally stored in external files to access them easily from HTML files. So what are the multiple ways to define styles and style sheets? So there are three types or three ways. First one is external style sheets. This is also called as types of CSS or style sheets. External style sheets means external, we may store some CSS code or programs or settings in a single file and save it with .css file, and this file can be accessed from the HTML file. Second one is internal style sheets. Internal style sheet means we may use style tag within a HTML for various settings or applying various settings. Third one is inline styles. Inline styles means these settings or these styles can be used with individual HTML tags. So these are the three different types of style sheets or CSS files. So multiple styles multiple styles cascade into one. What style will be used when there is more than one style? Browser default external styles sheets are included. Embedded styles means inside the head tag override the external styles. Inline styles. So this is the syntax of CSS style rule. So font size colon x large, background color colon white yellow. So proper font size and background color are called as property names. Font size and background color are called as property names, whereas x large and yellow are declarations. P means it is a paragraph tag, it is a selector string, and it is called as a declaration block. So selector string, type selectors means element type such as body tag and p tag, paragraph tag, hr tag, like that. Multiple elements types use the same style are separated by commas. For example, h1 comma h2 comma h3 comma h4 comma h5 h6 within brackets background color purple. id selector means some so how to insert a style sheet? External style sheet means head link rel is equals to within quotes some style sheet, type is equals to text by css, href is equals to file name .css / internal style sheets. Head style type is equals to text by CSS, HR, color is equal to CNR, P margin left is equal to 20 px. Inline styles means P style color, style is equals to color CNR, like that. So CSS or style sheets basics. So what are the basics, or where the CSS files or rules can be applied? Means for background colors, text colors, fonts, borders, outlines, margins, padding, list, table. So CSS or style sheets can be generally used when for the following areas of the HTML page, like background colors, text colors, font colors, fonts, text, background, borders, outlines, margins, lists and tables. So thank you.